Well, hello all, and thank you for joining me again on my channel. Anything Automotive is my channel, and I've named it that because I want to review anything automotive, and that could be anything. Let's make it exciting. Let's find some exciting things to do. Anyway, as promised, today's about my BMW M4 convertible, and this is a lovely looking car in Austin yellow, a colour that a lot of people say they don't like. But when I bought this car, I had the option of this colour or a black one or a white one, and to be honest, I wanted to go for this one because I thought it's different. I think it looks nice and it just stands out. So this car is just, the looks and the shapes of the car are absolutely fantastic, and I'll give you more about the specification of the car when we get it out on the road. But you can see really nice sized brake discs with the blue calipers, you know, and just the vehicle itself is just a lovely looking car. Let's have a look under the bonnet. So there we go, there's the engine, the 3 litre V6 twin turbo M Power engine. Really clean engine bay, carbon fibre brace just to keep everything sturdy, but they're really good. Couple of things on this which can be a problem for this particular year is the crank pulley on these can slip if you're giving the car a lot of stick continually. It can slip, causing the timing to go out and causing the valves to hit, which will cost you a lot of money. So the pulley can be upgraded. I believe the upgrade is between £1,500 to £2,000. Don't quote me on that. Get it checked out. If you're going to buy one, it's worth asking the question whether this has been done. Another problem on the vehicle as well that can happen is the horns go, so the horns don't work, and generally you don't find out until you go for an MOT because generally you don't use the horns. But let me show you from the other side, you can see better. So with the horns, you can see the front here, all the water just comes in the front here when it's raining, and the horns are situated one on the left hand side, one on the right hand side behind that little vent. So they do go. Now I got a couple of quotes from BMW to get this done, and it was quite expensive, so I got online, mail ordered a couple of horns from Germany, come in. I think they cost me about £39, and it took me roughly half an hour per side to fit the horns. The only other problem on the vehicle as well that can happen is you can get leaks from the roof between the sills here. These can leak, these lubricated, supple, doing it. Also as well, there's a drain that goes down the inside of this roof into the boot, and if you find the boot starts to get damp and get water in it, that's what the problem is. And the problem is that's where your amp is for your stereo, so that will kill that and blow it up instantly. Let's have a look in the boot. Here you go. So in the boot you can see there's not a massive amount of room, is there? But that's because the roof folds down into this position here. Now if you've got this up here, the roof will not operate. When I first bought the car, I took it back to the dealer and said the roof doesn't come down, there's an error message. This is the reason why, because this boot needs this flap to be down to hit the sensors to enable the roof to come into the boot. So that's where the roof folds into, obviously, so there's not a great deal of room in this boot for you to do anything with. This button up here, basically when the roof's down, it lifts the whole mechanism up and down to give you more room in the boot. But like you say, you're not going to get a lot of luggage in this boot to go on holiday with. Twin exhausts at the back, which I think look really beautiful, and obviously as you'll hear, they sound beautiful as well. Anyway, let's stop walking around the car, let's get it out on the road and see what it can do. So now out on the road in the BMW M4, I can give you a bit of the specification, show you how it drives, and just go through a few details about the car. So this is a 2016 model. It's the hard convertible, which brings its own challenges because that actually brings the car in at 4 tons of weight. So this car is very heavy due to the roof. when you put the roof down, you actually feel the car judder when the roof goes down. However, it's a clever design, and it does feel better when the roof is up. It feels like a normal car. And the car itself, 425-ish brake horsepower and 406 foot torque of and it's running on a 3-litre twin turbo 6-cylinder engine with a twin clutch. So if the clutch goes, it's not one clutch you're replacing, it's two. DCT gearbox, so you run on DCT gearbox, which is a lot different to driving with a normal gearbox. One thing that I came across when I got the car, I could not understand or work out how to put the vehicle in park, because they do not have a park function. So a note for anyone that's going to buy a DCT, all you do is basically leave it in drive, turn the ignition off, and the car automatically goes into park for you. With this model, you still get the manual handbrake, and you're still getting the analog dashboard, which is fine, to be honest. You've got the paddle shifts when you want to have a good play on the back roads, which is really good in this car. Beware though, the car is only rear wheel drive, and if you're going to drive it in the damp weather, be careful, because it will try to lose the rear end, because the power just going to the rear wheels is very, very heavy. The car itself as well, so you've got your iDrive system. It's obviously the earlier iDrive system, so this particular vehicle doesn't come with Apple CarPlay. I think Apple CarPlay came into play around about 2018. So if you want CarPlay, you can go for that model. However, I have had a quote to change mine to Apple CarPlay, and I think that was about £250 from a guy that does software updates, etc., from his house. So if you want more information about that, please ask in the comment section and I can give you the details. Servicing the vehicle isn't actually too bad. I don't use BMW, I go to BM Connect in Braintree. Last year we did a major service, brake fluid change, and it was only round about £590, so not too bad really compared to BMW dealer. BM Connected are a fully accredited BMW dealer for servicing, so they can also update your iDrive system too, because obviously that's a problem now when you go and sell the car, if you can't have your iDrive system updated. And the car has many driving modes. You've got your normal comfort, you've got your sports and your sports plus. Now that goes across all areas, so that's for your steering, for your suspension, and for your acceleration or your responsiveness of the vehicle. So yep, some good setting modes. I generally drive this most of the time in efficient. When you go in Sports Plus, it does open all the exhaust valves, and this is one of the best sounding cars I believe that you can buy. So many people talk about the sound of these vehicles and what they sound like when you put it in Sports Plus. Let me show you. So that's the sound you get from Sports Plus, which is pretty good for, you know, a 3-litre 6-cylinder engine. This vehicle gives you better noises, bangs and, you know, exhaust vibes than a lot of vehicles that I've heard. It's just can't be beaten with some of these other cars that are out there. I don't think they beat the noise of this car. I think the tunes of this exhaust are absolutely fantastic, and they beat the vehicle. When the roof is down on this vehicle, it's not actually too bad. I've got the wind deflector guard in the back, which came with the vehicle. Highly recommend one of them if you're going to have one of these cars, because when you've got the windows up and the wind deflector in, you actually don't feel any of the wind, but you get the lovely fresh air coming into the vehicle. Putting the roof down and up is electronic, and as I said, it's a hard top roof, so it has to fold itself up to go down. So the roof itself, they are really well known for being very, very slow. So do not get one of these cars, sit at traffic lights and say, I'm quickly going to put my roof up or down, because you're going to be holding the traffic up and not able to pull away because the roof will still be operating. Let me show you now just how long the roof takes to go down. So as you see, it takes some time. However, is it a problem? Not if you know about it and then you know how to use it. So I'm just on some little back roads at the minute in a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, but once I get out of these excuse me, I'll show you just the acceleration of the vehicle and show you what it goes like. So we're just coming back into a 60 now. So let's go into Sports Plus mode, which will open all the exhaust valves. Let's go. And even then in the dry, the back end is, you can feel the back end trying to creep out on you. There you go, it's just a bit of an overview of the M4. I'll say this is the 216 model. I've had it for just touching a year now. Really enjoyed it. It's only done 20,000 miles. Planning hopefully to take it to the Nürburgring later this year, which of course if I take it there I will do a video on that. But no, it's an enjoyable car for summer drives. It doesn't come out much in the rain because it's so tail happy. Fuel economy wise, if you're driving it a bit mad around the back roads, you're probably going to get around about 25 miles to the gallon. If you're doing a run in the car, you're probably going to get about 30 miles to the gallon. But for the payback you get with the exhaust notes and sounds and the power and the fun, I don't see that being a major issue. It's actually really, really good. Anyway, as normal, thanks for watching, taking the time for watching my channel. Really, really grateful for people that are watching my channel. Give me a thumbs up, comment in the comments section if you want more updates on this vehicle or want to know more, or something I haven't covered, or something you feel that I've covered incorrectly. But please subscribe to my channel as well, because I'm doing these videos for fun, as I always say. This is not a press car. I do not get cars given to me to go and do a review on. I do reviews on cars that I can get my hands on, that I can get to drive, that family friends have got, you know, so it's my car. I'm not being given the cars, I'm not being paid to do YouTube. So every subscription I get, every view I get helps me to enable me to do more videos and give you, the viewers, more information about my cars. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep a lookout, put notifications on for my next video, which will be uploaded shortly. Thank you very much.